I know you guys aren't gonna be surprised by this week's theme because it requires very little dishwashing. If I can come up with one word for casseroles, it's timeless. They've worked for years, they're gonna continue to work for years. They all go in one dish and then you've got one dish to worry about cleaning. Can we call this a casserole? We're gonna call it a casserole because I'm making it in a casserole dish, but you can absolutely just make this on a sheet pan. You could make it on the stove top. There's many different ways to do this, but the flavors in this are just right up my alley. It's exactly what we love as a family. We are gonna preheat our oven to 425 degrees. Now, you guys, this recipe is so incredibly easy, but I know you guys are gonna love the flavors of it. So we're just taking a couple of red potatoes, 6 to 8 red potatoes. If you have less people in your family, feel free to only use 4. And we're just chopping these into bite-sized pieces, and then I am adding them to a bowl that I have over here to the side so that we can mix our ingredients in. Obviously, we need to add in some minced garlic. You guys know we cannot have a meal like this without minced garlic. We're gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons or so of olive oil. Now here is where you add the things that you love, okay? So you guys already know, if you've been here for a little while, we love dill. I am definitely adding dill. This is one of our all-time favorite flavors. Also gonna add some parsley to this. And because I have it and I love it, we're gonna cut up some fresh basil. Now, I also have dried basil. You can absolutely use this if you do not have fresh, but my basil plant is actually doing really well right now, so we're gonna take advantage of that. You have to add salt to this. They are potatoes, they need them. I'm gonna add about 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm also gonna add some fresh cracked pepper. And now we can toss all of this together, making sure that we get all of those potatoes nicely coated. My husband just came downstairs and said, "That smells good." Yes, it does. I really wish you guys could smell this. I've got a 9x13 baking dish here and I'm gonna give it a spray. Then we are going to lay these potatoes out into the baking dish. I've got this pack of chicken breasts. There are 4 in the pack. We're gonna go ahead and use all of them tonight and add them to the casserole. Now you can absolutely brush the tops of these with olive oil, but we are gonna use this olive oil spray. It is just as easy. We need to add some salt and pepper to this chicken. You always have to do that. Remember, you guys, I like to salt from up high. If you salt from up high, you have less of a chance of that salt clumping. And because I love the flavor so much, we are gonna also add some dill to the chicken. Totally a preference thing. If you are not a dill fan, you can make this with whatever spice you love. My oven is currently preheated at 425 degrees. This is gonna go in, we're gonna start at 25 minutes. We'll see where we are and if the internal temperature is about 160, and then we'll go from there. Can you hear that? All right, guys, you can stop here, but we're not going to. We're gonna make this just a little bit extra. So I'm gonna top this with some cheese. You should top this with whatever kind of cheese you love. Again, like I said, it is gonna be so good even if you do not do this. All right, this is gonna go back in the oven for just a couple of minutes so that that cheese can melt. It's really not gonna take very much time at all. I am really, truly so excited about the way that this smells. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to try it. Look how delicious this looks, all made in one casserole dish. Not your typical casserole in that you don't have a lot of stuff mixed in there, but so good, awesome flavors here. This is really good, y'all. This next recipe is so incredibly easy. It only requires like 5 to 6 ingredients, and I'm telling you, it comes together in minutes. The first thing I need to do is brown up some ground beef. I've got 1 pound here, and I'm just using my mix and chop, and we're just going to brown this up. And then I am taking 2 bags of tortellini and putting it into a casserole dish. You can just use 1 if that's your preference. I've also got some Italian seasoning. We're gonna use some garlic powder. You can use onion powder, parsley, oregano, all of your favorite flavors, and flavor up that ground beef. We need 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese. You can pre-cut this, but this mix and chop that I have cuts it up really nicely in the pan. So I'm just making it easy on myself and put the whole block in there, combining it together with the ground beef. Now we're gonna add in some Rao's spaghetti sauce. You can use whatever kind of spaghetti sauce or marinara sauce you prefer. We chose this one because it doesn't have onions in it, so that was nice and convenient for us. Mix all of that together. You are going to take this fragrant mixture. Oh my goodness, it smells and looks so good. Pour that all over your tortellini. I gave mine a light mix just because I want to make sure that each one of those tortellini is nicely coated in this sauce. And now we're going to take about a cup of shredded mozzarella, top the casserole with this mozzarella. It's going to be so delicious. This is going to bake in the oven at 350 degrees for right around 20 to 25 minutes, just making sure that tortellini is nice and cooked. And I'm gonna top ours with a little bit of chopped basil. You could use parsley, but this is just really for color anyway. I love to add green to something that has this color. And look how unbelievably beautiful and delicious this recipe looks. So cheesy, so good. It's got all of the stuff that we love in it. This week's video is in collaboration with JC, and I'm gonna have her channel listed in my description box. You guys need to go check out her channel. She is also gonna be doing casseroles. On Sundays, she does a crock pot video, Slow Cooker Sundays, and you're gonna get some awesome, easy crock pot recipes from her channel. She's also got lots of other really great, easy meals that you can put together. I love when you can find a channel that just really inspires you and helps you set up your week and make it easy, and that is what she's gonna do. Definitely head over and check out her channel. You guys are gonna love her. All right, friends, I'm working over here at the other side of my kitchen tonight. I've already chopped up chicken back here on my counter. They're in 1-inch pieces, and we're gonna get started over here on this chicken, rice, broccoli, cheese, casserole type of thing. It sounds really delicious. All right, guys, first things first, I'm going to preheat my oven to 425. I am sure there are many different pots that you could make this with. I'm gonna make it with this one right here. It's kind of like a deep dish skillet. That's the best way that I can explain it. We are going to make it in this because this is oven safe up to 450 degrees. My heat is going on medium high-ish, and we're gonna put some olive oil at the bottom of this pan. Now, I have all this chicken here on a cutting board. I cut it up into 1-inch pieces. I'm just gonna add salt and pepper. All right, we're gonna brown up this chicken, but we're gonna do it in batches. So our goal right now is not to cook these all the way through, really. It's just to get a good sear. All right, if you can see this is exactly what we're looking for. You see that color? Looks awesome. All right, I'm gonna take this batch and transfer it to a plate. I do feel like I need to add a little bit more olive oil, so we're gonna do that. Just a bit, not much. And then I'm gonna add in the second batch of chicken and just repeat that same process. Chicken's cooking, we are going to cut up the broccoli so that it is ready to go. I've turned my heat down on low so that we do not burn the garlic. Just adding a touch more olive oil, like less than half a teaspoon. And I've got about 3 cloves of garlic here. So we're just gonna saute this garlic until it's nice and fragrant. We're not looking for color. We don't wanna burn this, nothing like that. And that's why my heat is down so low. Garlic just burns so easily, and then it's disgusting. All right, the garlic has a nice saute on it, so we're gonna add the chicken back in. We are also adding in 1.5 cups of rice. I did rinse this and I soaked it for about 30 minutes. I don't know that you have to, but definitely rinse it. In this measuring cup here, I have 2 cups of broth and 2 cups of water. We're gonna put all of that in. Now we need to bring this up to a boil. So I'm gonna crank my heat back up. We are starting to get a boil right around the edges, but we are waiting on that rolling boil. Then we're gonna turn the heat to low so that it can simmer, and put the lid on this pot and just let it simmer for about 10 minutes. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. I'm going to add in the broccoli. We have about 2 to 3 cups of chopped broccoli. I have a 1/2 cup of milk here that we are going to stir in. I've also got some cheddar cheese. We're gonna add about a cup, fold that in, and then we're gonna add some to the top as well for melting. All right, guys, this is going into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes or so. We wanna make sure the cheese gets melted, that broccoli is nice and tender, and that all that liquid has been absorbed into the rice. All right, you guys, here is tonight's dinner. It is so delicious. I apologize, I do not have a taste test of this one. We all dove right in, but it is very, very good. Friends, I hope that you enjoyed these casseroles. If you need more dinner inspiration, check out this video right here. You're gonna have meals for the week. Don't forget to check out JC's channel where you're gonna get even more casserole inspiration. I hope you're having a great week. Bye.